All right, so let's continue our Appsumo Black Friday specials. I'm completely selecting tools that I really want to make sure that I get out extra reviews on that I've already looked at in the past, and I want to revisit them. This one is an SEO tool. I know you guys love SEO tools, keyword research tools, SEO on-page optimization, which is technical SEO and so forth. That's more or less what ClickRank is for. We're going to go and just dive right in. You can get this for starting at $79. Remember, you're getting additional discounts during Black Friday. You're getting an additional 10% off. And then if you're a Plus member, you get an additional 10% off. So you actually get to save 20%. Black Friday is the biggest kind of sale that Appsumo puts on for the entire year. So this is the time to pick up tools if you miss them this year. So we're going to come down and take a look. They've got really good ratings right here. 382 reviews. This one did really well. We can go and take a look at that. That looks like it's probably about like a 4.7 or something like that. This is an alternative to Ahrefs, Screaming Frog, Yoast SEO. It integrates with Google Search Console and is best for bloggers, e-commerce, marketing agencies. You can see you're going to hook up your Google Search Console, and I want to dive right in because I actually need to switch this. I want to talk about Ghost and other CMS platforms besides WordPress, answer some questions about that, and then I'm actually going to switch this over to a different website. So we're going to get started, but you can get one code, and I believe that that's what I'm on right now. You can only connect one website, and at the $79 mark right there. So if you only have one website, 500 pages crawled, I believe, per month, unlimited optimizations, keyword analysis, all that. So they do give you access to everything right here, which I really, really like that. The main differences between the plans is how many websites that you will be able to manage on the plan, how many users you can have, and how many crawled pages. Naturally, it makes sense that the higher up you go with codes, the more websites you can manage and the more allotted crawled pages you get per month. So you can go to 2 codes, $158, you get 2 websites, 3 codes, $237, you get 5 websites, and you can go all in at 8 websites and 4 users and 5,000 total pages crawled per month at $316. So we're going to dive in. I do have something right over here. So this has been going since December of 2024. So it's actually not quite a year old. It's pretty, in its infancy, but I do think this is a solid tool that you can feel good about. We'll go take a look at the website, see how much traffic it's getting and all that good stuff. But when you come in here and you start looking, you can see I typed in Ghost right here. We got some good information. Like right over here is ClickRank compatible with other SEO plugins like Yoast. Yes, ClickRank is designed to work alongside your other SEO plugins that you like to use. And then right over here, can ClickRank be used on non-WordPress websites? Yes, ClickRank can be integrated with any CMS by adding a small JavaScript snippet to your website's header. This allows users to apply ClickRank's SEO optimizations without the need of plugins or extensive coding. How does a ClickRank utilize Google Search Console's data? It integrates with Google Search Console to provide data-driven SEO recommendations by analyzing real-time data and keywords, rankings, and user interactions. ClickRank offers tailored optimizations to enhance website performance right there. So you can come through here, and if I come over to like questions, there was a question that was asked over here as well. Let's see, I think it was like right over here. You can see right over here, this person, that they're using it on Ghost. You just add a script to the header, and then this was a kind of the only kind of negative or complaint that we had when this launched months ago. I did a review on it. Most people really liked the software, but they had some hesitations about it because you had to install a code on your website, and then that code could easily break, or if the site goes under, you lose all of your SEO optimizations and so forth. So that was understandable, but they have since then fixed this. They said they have a new ClickRank.ai WordPress plugin. It's now live for WordPress users specifically. No more JavaScript snippet. Changes are applied permanently in your WordPress dashboard, so you won't be attached. Your changes and your SEO optimizations will stay there regardless if the code goes away or not, like that, if that makes sense. And then here's another person. I'm using it on a Ghost website, and it's a challenge to get it to exclude pages since the folder structure is different than WordPress. So there's multiple people using it on a Ghost WordPress website. I'm trying to think if I want to do it in front of you guys and go and switch this over to another website that's hosted on WordPress, because what ended up happening was we can log in. So here's the site. We are on ClickRank. I believe I did go and check their website stats, how much traffic they're getting. They're getting about 70,000 visitors per month to their website. So they are getting quite a bit of visitors to their website. So that's also promising and encouraging that they're getting traffic. They're probably getting monthly customers and so forth. So, it's a pretty pretty solid tool. We can feel pretty good about it. You can see right over here, I don't have my, Search Console is not connected anymore. I did have this connected in the past. You won't be able to do a whole lot of things unless you connect your site to this. And you can come over here and start looking at like the website optimization scores and so forth. So you can log into the site and you're going to be able to see all the different pages, and it's going to say if it's optimized. There's a lot that you can do. Then here's the website audit right over here. You can go take a look at that. So you'll be able to see 100% website score. You're going to get the errors, the warnings, and I'm getting all this stuff probably because I don't think it's actually hooked up anymore, because if we go to my website right over here, LearnWirePro.com, you can see how fast that loads. That's crazy. I moved to a platform called Ghost. A lot of you already know about this platform, but my SEO guy recommended that we go to Ghost because just click on something and you'll just see how fast it loads. All of this right here just looks really, really good. Everything loads extremely fast. And so, I've been using for probably the last 15 years, I've been using WordPress sites, and I think it was time for a change. And this site, it was built from the ground up with SEO optimization in mind and for speed and everything. So if you guys want me to do like a full review on Ghost and my experience so far with it, then I'd be glad to do that. Just type in Ghost below in the comments and I'll know what you mean. I'll know that you guys want me to do a video on that. But so far I'm pretty happy with the platform over here. But I have to get into my I have to leave my comfort zone from using WordPress on every site, hundreds of sites that I've built over the last 15 years, and go onto a different platform. And it's especially for my main site, right over here, LearnWire Pro. It's a little bit, nerve wracking, if you will, because I'm so comfortable with WordPress and the way that it works and the plugins and how pages and posts are managed and all that. Well, and you want to stick with what you know, right? And so sometimes we don't want to leave platforms that we're so used to. But on the flip side, Ghost has been really good. It does connect to Google Search Console. You get to see your traffic and stats, and you get people to subscribe to your newsletter and everything all within one dashboard, which is actually pretty cool. So the way that I would describe it, if you know anything about Shopify is more for like e-commerce, selling physical products. You can actually sell digital goods as well. But Shopify is more about selling stuff, right? And of course, you can have blog posts on Shopify as well. At the end of the day, it is a content management platform as well, but it's geared towards selling products. Well, I would kind of describe Ghost as the new Shopify for blogging or for newsletters, and that's kind of where Ghost is. So needless to say, we're going to go back over here and keep talking about ClickRank. I don't think I'm going to go. I think that this will end up being a 30-45 minute video. Really, I just want to talk about ClickRank and show you some of this stuff. Looks like they have added in a toolkit, an AI content writer right over here. Let's go see if you get access to the AI content writer on any of these plans. So come down through here. You get the internal links, automation, heading optimization, content automation, keyword research tool, keyword presence, and SEO reports. I'm not seeing that you get that. I believe I kind of remember in my first review, these are tools that you, let's see, if I start writing, let's just say keto diet, boom, start writing, generating content. So it actually is working. So they don't really say, I'm not really seeing like how many words you get. I don't think I'm seeing that, right? So you got this. Yeah, I really just don't see how many words you get, but it does look like that's actually working. I'm going to go back, but you can see it's going to come up with blog titles for you and all kinds of good stuff right there. So that's cool. I want to go back and see if we can see how many AI words we get per month. So I'm going to go back over here into subscriptions and billing in just a minute, but you can see all the different errors, notices, missing titles, all that stuff. And mine's going to be a little bit inflated because I don't think it's actually set up correctly, because we moved from WordPress. A lot of the URLs and structure of the site changed, and that's why you're going to see all these errors. But this is exactly what it looks like. You can see the site that was running on this for months, and we do have a ton of data. And so this is what it's going to show you of kind of what you could go and what you need to fix and so forth, like too short title tags. Right? You can go over there, you can click on that. It's going to take you in here and show you the 6 issues that you have right here. We've solved some of these. So it really becomes your SEO kind of expert, your on-page SEO expert that you can use. You can even have your virtual assistant and kind of train them on how to use this tool, that they can go in there on a daily basis or maybe once a week and fix errors, fix things and so forth. But at least you guys have a tool where you don't have to go out and hire someone for thousands of dollars a month that's an actual SEO professional, right? Because at the end of the day, SEO professionals, they know what they're doing, most of them anyways. Without tools like this, they kind of know how things should be structured. But most of the time, it's fair to say that SEO professionals are also going to be using tools like this this, like refs and SEMrush and so forth, to pull similar reports. So you can go over here into performance. We're going to go back into there in just a minute, but here's where your websites are. Here's where your teams, help desk, affiliate program, quick tutorials. I want to go into here. I'm just curious on the AI writer, how many, here's what it's going to look like. 31 pages have been scanned out of 500. There's your one website, and I get one sub user that I could hook up. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't really, and then this is where you would switch your websites. I can't add another one because I only have one on the tier 1 plan right there, but everything's really nicely structured. It's a very nice layout. The user interface is really, really easy to understand. All of your options are just over here on the left. But this part over here, I mean, I kind of don't understand it because it's the AI toolkit, but I'm not really seeing how many words we actually get, you know, how much content we can actually write with the AI content writer. I just really don't see that. And they don't address that over here on the payment page or the tier page over there. All right, so you've got your performance over here, search keywords. We can click on that. I'm just going to try to show you as much as I can over here. We would need to connect this. So I'm going to go ahead and try to reconnect this real quick. And this is what it's going to look. It says, great job, successfully connected to your search console. And you can actually see a picture of my site. There's the Ghost website right there that it's actually, and then we can just click this purple button here, or I believe click that right there. So I'll just say connect, and let's see. Okay, so I'm not sure if that actually worked. Connect search console. I'm going to go through it again. Now, if you want to see exactly like what this looks like with Google Search Console, I'll leave a link below to my original review, but I'm just going to show you the other parts of the tool. And just keep in mind that, you know, I had my site hooked up to this. You saw all the information, but then we moved my site from not Google Search Console. We moved it from WordPress to Ghost. Somehow in between that, you know, you're going to need an API key for WordPress. Now, since then, they've actually even taken that further to where you can install a WordPress plugin. So that all seems to be working out fine. But as far as Ghost, I would need to get a code snippet, go into Ghost, paste that in, and I'm not seeing where that is right here. But I don't really think that that's important to actually go down and show you guys how to do that anyways. There's already plenty of users using it on Ghost. I actually don't know if I want to keep my website and use this tool for LearnWire, or if I want to move this over to a WordPress site, one of my other websites that I manage, and just use this tool for that website. And I'm thinking that I might want to do that a little bit more and keep Ghost just 100% without using any tools or anything. And that's one of the advantages of using Ghost, in my opinion. And so I haven't really decided what I want to do with ClickRank and what site I want to use it on. So if I do end up moving it to another site or connecting it to my site again, then I will make another update video at some point, just kind of show you guys how it's going, okay? But there's other tools right over here as well. So you can come down here to the keyword tools, and you can click on here and you can see, like, for example, we typed in YouTube, or maybe we want to type in something like a keto diet, you know, breakfast recipes, and push go. It's going to pull information on that keyword and give us something that, you know, you would expect in any other keyword research tool like refs. And like right over here, so we typed this in and you can see the competition's high, but then we're not getting some of this information. This information, I believe, would be possibly show up when you have your search console connected correctly, the keyword difficulty and all that stuff. But we can come down here, the top 10 results are right over here, and you can see the distribution across all the different months. So obviously in January, it's going to be at its highest point when, you know, everyone's made their New Year's resolutions and so forth. Then you come down here and you can actually see that search term has 18,000, it has high competition, and you get all this information right over here. So this is really cool. It turns into a pretty powerful keyword research tool. I like the trends and graph and everything. But what you could really come down here and start looking for is maybe competition and seeing, hey, some of these like keto diet, breakfast recipes, vegetarian, it only gets 10 search volume, but it's already been proven that when you go after keywords like this that are basically not even registering as a high, medium, or even easy, it means that there's just not even, it's a super easy keyword that you could actually go out and maybe go after that and rank for it and get some traffic. And that's kind of a good strategy that a lot of people have. I do want to see over here, there isn't really, let's see, that's an export over there. I would like to see a little bit more of like a filter option to where we could filter out by volume or difficulty. We can click on difficulty here and we can start looking at the difficulty levels right over here, the long tail. But I really would like, if they want the keyword research functionality to be a little bit better, you would need to add some filters in right over here. So we can come through and start looking at some of these keywords right over here as well. So looks like these keywords are pretty easy and so forth. So that's a keyword research. Looks like there's a keyword tracker in here as well. We did track one right over here. Ranklytics review. Last position today was number 20, last 7 days. So it actually has a really nice rank tracker in. How many tracked keywords do we get on tier 1? Let's go through. Again, I'm not seeing, okay, so Search Console, Google Search Console, keyword tracking, it's saying unlimited. That's just crazy. And I'm not seeing any specific manual ones that we can put in right here and that if it's telling us. So the way I'm looking at that is this really add multiple keywords, add new. You can add these and use this as your keyword rank tracker, which is awesome. And then here's finally your website. So that's really ClickRank. Looks like it's still very, very usable. It looks like this is what it looks like just looking at your site, 200 pages, verified. When you added it, you can go and fix things. And here's the snippet. So here's the snippet that you would go and you would grab the snippet and you would go and place that in your site. So for me, I did I did add the snippet code to Ghost in the header, push save and everything. And I'm still getting errors when trying to connect. And so it's saying that we successfully connected to our Search Console, but it's not working. So I would need to reach out to support in order to try to get this to work with my site right now. Since I'm on Ghost, remember, it's going to be way easier if you're on WordPress. Okay. So that's the keyword research, keyword tracker. Overall, super cool, useful SEO tool that's going to get the job done and do a lot of automation for you to be able to tell you if your titles are good and all the on-page technical SEO that you want. And then it looks like they have AI writing capabilities as well. And then it looks like they have performance and reports, keyword research, a basic keyword research tool. It's not going to find 100,000 keywords for you, but it's going to be enough to get you started. And then that keyword tracker. So all in all, definitely give this a 2 thumbs up. I recommend this tool. I like this tool a lot. And almost 400 other people have given this a solid review as well. So the link will be below. Thank you so much for joining me in this Black Friday tool review for Appsumo. Go and pick up ClickRank if you need a tool like this, and I'll see you in the next video.